Joining me right now is Bob Coffey, and Bob is the general manager of Coldwell Banker Roth Wehrly Graber in Fort Wayne. And Bob, I thank you so much for coming on the show with me today. I appreciate your time.
Hey, Matt, thanks very much for having me on. I appreciate the opportunity.
The Indiana Association of Realtors released its Indiana Real Estate Markets Report. I've had a chance to take a look at this. I see good news, and it's always nice to talk about good news. Some things that might still need to be, I don't know. We have to. I'm looking at the number of closed sales down 7%. Does that worry you at all?
You know, Matt, actually it doesn't. I mean, if you look at basically the kind of winter that we had, I mean, even in South Bend, and I split my weeks between Fort Wayne and South Bend, so I'm spending, half my time up there. There was just an awful lot of snow this winter through January and February. That tended to dampen things kind of overall. And so I'm not overly concerned by that. When I look at the statistics overall, we're starting to see things move in a more positive direction for St. Joe and Elkhart counties.
So now, the other things that I noticed that were good, and these are good, the median sale price of homes statewide across Indiana has increased 15 out of the last 17 months, and that's great for people who are trying to sell their homes, who have found themselves underwater, and an awful lot of people are finding themselves underwater. In other words, your home worth less than what you owe on it, and it's through no fault of your own, just through what has taken place in the housing market. So that's some good news, is it not, Bob?
Yes, I absolutely agree. As we see that median sales price start to inch up, and you have to remember from a statistical standpoint, median sales price means you look at all the houses that were sold, this is the one that falls absolutely in the middle. So while it's not earth-shattering to watch that number move a little bit, as it does trend up, it tells us that more higher-end homes are selling, or that the higher-priced homes are selling, which from my perspective tells me that we're starting to clean up some of the foreclosures that flooded the market over the last 2 years.
And to your point, we've seen the inventory go down or trending downward, which means exactly what you've stated, is that maybe some of these foreclosed properties are getting off the market, and that really is what drags down the price of homes in a lot of neighborhoods.
Yep, I agree. And that is something that I look at as far as telling me what's happening in the market. When you look at the month's supply of inventory, in St. Joseph County, that number didn't change significantly. It dropped from about 9.9 months supply to 9.6 months supply. That's not real significant, but Elkhart County actually dropped from 11.1 months supply of inventory to 9.5 over a year ago. So what that tells me is that as those homes are coming off the market, we look in real estate at what a balanced market is versus a buyer's or seller's market. A balanced market's a 6-month supply.
Right.
If you go above that, you're in a buyer's market. Go below that, you're in a seller's market. So we're starting to see the market come back into balance over time. That, to me, is a great indicator.
Bob Coffey joining us, Coldwell Banker, Roth Wehrly Graber. And Bob, thanks for taking the time. All right, real quick, in the time that I have left, we're getting into spring. At some point, I know the sun will come out and the flowers will bloom. And as we get into the spring and the summer months, of course, that is when a lot of people are out looking at homes. That is when things really begin to hustle and bustle for the real estate markets. You guys have got to be pretty excited about those months that are coming up. Should those folks that have homes on the market or are thinking about selling their home, what would you say to them? Be positive?
Yeah, as I've been watching, and I do watch the statistics pretty heavily with my involvement in the Indiana Association of Realtors, I do watch what's going on statewide. And again, all the indicators are that at least in the Midwest, I mean, when you look at what happens nationally, it's not always great news, but the Midwest tends to be very, very steady, and we tend to run better than the national averages. And the indicators are that Indiana is poised really to come out of this economic situation very, very well as time goes on.
That's excellent. All right, Bob, it's always good to hear good news. And I like talking with you guys at Coldwell Banker, Roth Wehrly Graber. As you know, Bob, I have a fantastic Matt's House Hunt video on our website, 953mnc.com, which you should check out. Nice home in Napanee on the golf course.
Yep, I have seen that, and Matt, we certainly appreciate what you've done. Love your show in the morning, so keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. And you will come back and join me again?
Anytime.
I got to keep you. I got to keep you off those Fort Wayne stations, Bob.
I'll let Charlie know.
Thanks so much. Have a great day.
You too, Matt. Thank you.
All right. Still ahead, we've got an update of your top stories with Annette in the MNC News Center, your morning sports. It's 8:18.